Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a more in-depth look at the Constellation class frigate mod that I covered in a previous video. Links down below if you want to check that video out and also download this mod. I'll first do a quick installation tutorial and then go over the public specifications of this new ship design as it is intended to be built. Let's go ahead and get started. So to install this mod, you'll need to download it from this Dropbox page. The link, of course, will be in the video description as well as on my website. Once you have this file downloaded, you'll need to open the zipped folder and copy this folder inside it into your Saved Games, DCS, Mods, Tech folder. That's all it takes to install it, so now let's look at this ship in detail. The U.S. Navy has considered several designs for their new frigate program, but they ended up selecting Fincantieri Marinette Marine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's an Italian shipbuilder. So the design is a reworked variant of the very successful FREMM frigate design, which they have built for the navies of several other nations. The overall length is 496 feet, with a waterline length of 462 feet, a beam of 64.6 feet, and a draft of 18 feet. In case you're wondering, beam refers to the width of the ship, and draft refers to how deep the submerged portion of the hull reaches into the water. The frigate is supposed to displace about 6,000 tons, but under full load it may displace up to 7,291 tons. Compared to the Arleigh Burke class destroyers in service with the U.S. Navy, this isn't quite as big of a ship. The destroyers measure up to 509 feet long at a displacement of around 9,500 tons. But they are larger and intended to be more powerful than the littoral combat ships that they're supposed to replace. The propulsion system on board these ships will be a CODLAG system, which stands for Combined Diesel Electric and Gas. This means that these ships will be powered by a combination of diesel generators driving electric motors and gas turbines. Top speed of these ships is reported to be in excess of 26 knots, but is likely to be more like 30 knots, since modern-day warships still need to be fast enough to keep up with fast task forces, in particular for the U.S. Navy carrier battle groups, and we all know an aircraft carrier is capable of over 30 knots. The U.S. Navy specified that the ships will need to perform air warfare missions, escort and defend convoys, and also be capable of destroying enemy submarines as well as attack surface ships from over the horizon. The ship is to be armed with a Mark 110 57mm automatic gun, 32 vertical launch tubes for various types of missiles, as well as 16 naval strike missiles, a Mark 49 rolling airframe missile launcher, 4 Mark 53 decoy launchers, and the AN/SLQ-32 electronic warfare system. In addition, the ship will have the Aegis combat system with the Spy-6 radar and aviation facilities for an MH-60R Seahawk helicopter and an unmanned aerial vehicle, likely the MQ-8 Fire Scout. So what does all this say about these ships? Well, the armament tends to reflect the emphasis on long-range warfare when dealing with other surface ships, with short-range combat reserved for dealing with small boat swarm attacks, since the ship carries a 57mm rapid-firing gun instead of the 127mm gun used on the U.S. Navy's destroyers. Aside from the gun, the rest of the ship's armament is more in line with the Arleigh Burke class destroyers than with the more lightly armed littoral combat ships that these frigates are slated to replace. So they will be very powerful warships capable of dealing with many different threats, from small boat swarms to aircraft and submarines. In DCS, the ship is modeled as it will probably be built, with only one difference that I've been able to find. The mod creator apparently substituted the AGM-84 Harpoon for the Naval Strike Missile, since the latter isn't yet included in the DCS library. If I had to suggest an improvement to this mod, adding the Naval Strike Missile would certainly be my choice. Otherwise, this is a really great mod, especially for ultra-modern naval scenarios. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one, and thanks for watching. Rifle.